Okay, I have 11 a.m. So let's begin our commencement ceremony for the class of 2020. Thank you for joining us today. It is exciting for us to be able to spend time with you to celebrate your accomplishments, to welcome you to the NIU alumni, to hope that you go out and do great things as an engineer. I want to also welcome parents, families, friends of graduates. Thank you for all your support that you have given the students in order for them to persevere to become successful graduates of NIU, whether it's for the bachelor's degree or a master's degree. Hopefully each of you have received the program booklet for today. And as you can see, there are many students that are graduating. We are not going to read the names, although that would take a long time. I actually looked into having a ticker on the video, but that was a very, very hard challenge. So I gave that up, and I apologize. But we want to acknowledge all of you, and we do recognize you. And the booklet, hopefully you will be able to see yourself there and recognize yourself for years to come and share with your family and friends. In this program, I'd like you to keep your microphones muted and your cameras muted. And the order of the events today will be, after my short welcome, I will play a video for the national anthem. Then I will introduce the president of NIU, Lisa C. Freeman. Following her, I will introduce the provost and executive vice president, Beth Ingram. After which I will move through introducing our associate deans and chairs of our programs and departments at College of Engineering. After that, we will ask for some remarks from an esteemed alumni, Kimberly Moore, who will say a few words to you in this graduation ceremony. And then we will look to Joe Senior to provide a couple comments regarding the status of being an alumni and what it means to be an NIU alumni and welcoming to the Alumni Foundation. So with that, I'm going to turn on a video here to play the national anthem for our graduation today.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
What is he singing?
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
Peterson signed in.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, so it is very much my privilege to introduce and welcome President Lisa C. Freeman, 13th president of NIU, to our graduating ceremony today for the class of 2020. Lisa, thank you, and we are really happy that you were able to join us today.
Thank you, Dean Peterson, and good morning to the College of Engineering and Engineering Technologies class of 2020, family and friends. It's really a privilege to be here with you today through this video commencement, but like you, I wish that we were together in person with raucous applause, lots of hugs, a big crowd, but that's just not possible given the pandemic. So what I want to say to you is, I know that your senior year was not what you expected. Your senior projects were delivered differently. Your commencement is different. But all of these changes forced upon us by COVID-19 do not in any way diminish your myriad accomplishments. And if you can take something away from this experience, I hope you recognize that the pandemic has taught our society at large to understand the way you as engineers understand what dynamic systems are, what it means to pivot and to innovate in the face of a challenge, and how important it is to understand how to apply science and technology in our everyday life. I hope that the strength with which we emerge as a university and a society from the pandemic will carry you to the greatness that you deserve. I couldn't be happier for the class of 2020. Go Huskies!
Thank you, President Freeman. Again, thank you for your time today to be with us during this graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. Next, I'd like to introduce the Executive Vice President and Provost, Beth Ingram. Beth, thank you for joining us today during our graduation ceremony.
Certainly. Let me just add to what President Freeman said. I am so proud of all of you. Commencement is my favorite day on campus, and I'm honored to share this moment with you. As engineers, you've tackled difficult problems, you've met people from places far away, and you've graduated from one of the best universities in the country. I know this is not what you expected, but you're Huskies, and you will always be Huskies. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart. Go Huskies.
Thank you, Beth. And again, thank you for joining us today. Next, we'll move into introductions, brief introductions by our Associate Deans and Chairs. First, I will introduce Dr. Mansoor Tahir-Nazadi, Senior Associate Dean for Graduate Studies and Research.
Good morning, graduates. Congratulations to all of you. I would like to also extend the graduations to your extended family, friends. Indeed, these are, challenging times, but again, we're engineers. We always step up to the plate to turn challenges into opportunities. I have, 4-letter words for you. I call it LICO, lifelong learning, innovation, challenges. That's our society always going to be involved in challenges. And then it's our job as engineers and scientists to turn these challenges into opportunities. But above all, we want to be engaging in an ethical conduct and making sure that we are becoming productive citizens in a right way. So again, congratulations and go Huskies.
Thank you, Associate Dean Tahir-Nazadi. Next, I'd like to introduce Associate Dean Abul Azad, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Academic Affairs, Outreach, and Diversity. Dr. Azad.
Hello, morning, thanks and welcome. Me first congratulated for your major achievement and accomplishment, and I also like to thank your parents, family, and friends, and for their support and assistance throughout the years. Trust you will do excellent in life. Please keep in touch with us as alumni, and you feel free always to approach us if you need assistance, and if you want to head back with us to do some more work with us.
Thank you, Abul.
Thank you
for your comments. Next, I will introduce the Chair of Electrical Engineering, Mansoor Alam.
Dear graduates, dear parents of graduates, dear loved ones of graduates, congratulations on the big success that you have achieved. I wish you all the best in your future career. We are linked together with each other forever. And your success is our pride. Go Huskies. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alam. Next, I will introduce Chair of Industrial and Systems Engineering, Dr. Parush Damodaran. Parush. Okay, Dr. Damodaran may be experiencing some technical difficulties, so we'll move on and we'll come back.
Sorry.
Oh, there.
I didn't unmute. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to share the ceremony with you and celebrate your achievements and accomplishments. On behalf of the faculty, students, and staff of the Industrial and Systems Engineering program, I offer my congratulations to all the graduates.
I think we got.
We are very proud of your achievements. You have made your family, friends, and us proud by successfully earning this degree. I'm confident that we have trained you well, so you'll be successful in your professional career. I hope you'll come back to earn your master's or PhD programs soon. There are many opportunities through which you can stay engaged with us in any capacity and make our program stronger.
This is it.
So I request you to stay engaged. If you want to know how you can stay engaged, please contact us. My best wishes to all of you in all your future endeavors. Go Huskies.
Thank you, Dr. Damodaran. Next, I would like to introduce the interim chair of the Department of Engineering Technology, Dr. Rao Kilaparty. Dr. Kilaparty.
On behalf of mechanical engineering faculty and staff, it's my great honor and pleasure to extend congratulations to you and your family on this special occasion. Getting a college degree is indeed a great accomplishment, especially when you consider that only less than 1/3 of all adult population.
Thank you, Dr. Tariq Shamim. That was the chair of mechanical engineering. And now we'll to the chair of engineering technology, Dr. Rao Kilaparty.
Congratulations, graduating students and their parents and friends achieving this great success in graduation with all the difficulties we had towards the end of the semester. I wish you all the best in your careers and of your choice and contribution to the community. Above all, you are part of engineering technology, not only college alumni. I would like keep in touch with the engineering technology and help our students getting interns and so on. So you're always welcome to come back and visit our department. And I'm sure you'll be very successful. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kilaparty. Okay, thank you to all the associate deans and chairs. Thank you again for joining us during this graduate ceremony today. Next, I'd like to turn the microphone over to Kimberly Moore. She is the president and founder of KDM Engineering and an esteemed alumni of NIU and your very programs in the College of Engineering and Engineering Technology. Welcome, Kimberly, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Good morning, graduates, family, and friends, as well as faculty. I would like to start by thanking President Freeman, Executive Vice President and Provost Ingram, Dean Don Peterson, as well as all the associate deans and chairs for the opportunity to speak today. As a College of Engineering and Engineering Technology graduate myself, I am honored to be with you at your commencement for one of the finest engineering programs in the country. Let me start by saying welcome. Welcome to the class of 2020, to the beginning of a new adventure as you say goodbye to NIU and embark upon your careers. While the world is a little chaotic and uncertain right now, every challenge that you have faced as a student has prepared you for this exact moment. As engineers, we learn early on to persevere. We find creative ways to solve any problem put before us. And if I've learned anything in my personal and professional life, it is that perseverance makes all the difference between our successes and our successful failures. No matter how many times that you are told no, keep trying. All it takes is one yes to achieve your goals. If I had given up on my dream to start my own firm when things got hard, KDM Engineering would not be here today or where it is today. It is not that there weren't struggles and hardships along the way, because of course there were and still are. It's the fact that I kept going and will keep going that makes all the difference. I can remember being where you are right now. I'm not that removed. At least I like to think I'm not that far removed, but hey, age is relative. Anyway, I can remember weighing all my options for what lie ahead, and one of the biggest lessons that I learned really early was to remain flexible, especially in times like these. I didn't want to learn it, but I was forced to learn it. See, when I graduated from Northern the first time in 2000, I had job offers from GM Electromotive, from Lucent, from Motorola, and there were others. My electives were in DSP, and I wanted to make the next new tech, work on semis, whatever it was. However, that industry was starting to reverse course. Motorola's revenue plunged that year alone with losses of over $4 billion. They fired 1/3 of their workforce, or what equated to 56,000 jobs. They closed businesses here and buildings in Naperville. Lucent Technologies collapsed from within, closing their offices also along I-88, and they reduced their staff from 165,000 employees to 31,000. GM was shedding jobs. So it seemed like right around graduation, every opportunity that I had just turned to dust. However, you know who was hiring? The power utility sector. Did I know anything about power utilities? No. Did I want to really go work at a nuclear power plant? No. Was it a job in my field at least? Yes. And it was the catalyst to where I am today. Being flexible and having an engineering degree from Northern made that possible. While you are entering a job market during this unprecedented time for our economy, you are not the first, nor will you be the last of graduates to have to overcome a challenge such as this. Fortunately, with your degree from NIU in hand, there are so many paths that you can take. There are countless opportunities in virtually every industry, and everyone is looking for you. Oh, and because engineers provide some of the most essential services in our society, your work will always be in demand, even during pandemic and even during recession or any other crisis. These are the moments when engineers take center stage, bringing new ideas and technologies to create solutions and efficiencies within our world. As you embark upon your career journey and begin to navigate the world of engineering, the biggest piece of advice that I can offer is the importance of relationship building. As an engineer, I know most of us are typically not labeled as extroverts, which means we must work extra hard to do that and put forth that effort. Do it. Put in the work. I cannot stress this enough, because developing a knack for building and maintaining relationships has helped both my career, my business, and my personal life. No one told me this early on. I just happened to luck up and do it, but I also watched friends at the time that did not. So I am telling you, these connections will open doors that you did not even know were there and lead to opportunities that you would not have discovered otherwise. Some of the relationships I had at NIU and in my early career, I still have today in multiple capacities. Some are clients, some work for me, some work with me, and some are just good ones to hold on to and talk to because they've been through what you've been through. Moving through your career, it is important to continually reflect on why you became an engineer. You may start out in consulting or start out like me at a nuke power plant, but that might not be where your passion lies. I didn't exactly find it fun to be working so close to something so dangerous, so I pivoted the first chance that I got. So just keep pivoting in the direction of your passions, even if you don't get there right away. I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit and started multiple unrelated businesses. Not all of them succeeded, but it took time and several pivots to be able to get to the point where I could even conceive starting my own engineering company. Every pivot was a learning experience and an opportunity, a chance to develop new skills and experiences and relationships that would help me in my ultimate pursuit. So with that, congratulations to the class of 2020. Good luck on all your future endeavors. Let's get out there, and as we say at KDM, let's re-engineer this future together and go Huskies.
Thank you so very much, Kimberly. Thank you very much. Okay, we do have time for Joe Senior to say a few words. He is also an alum of our college, and he'll be saying a few words on behalf of the Alumni Foundation. Joe?
Thanks, Dr. Peterson, and thanks for the opportunity. I really appreciate this. I want to make sure that we recognize all the great engineering work and the great faculty that you've been working with. You've really got a faculty that has taught you well, has covered what goes on in the field today. I think you'll find out when you graduate, when you actually walk out into the job market, that you are ready and willing and able to solve problems day one. It's really the reputation that we have for our graduates. The interesting thing that I like to reinforce for engineers is, to whom do we work, or for whom do we work? And my easiest way to describe that comes from the Code of Ethics for the Society of Professional Engineers: hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. That's really our role. That's what the public expects. That's what our employers expect. So congratulations and go Huskies.
Thank you, Joe. And we'll be hearing more from Joe during the coin ceremony following the graduation ceremony event. So we're coming close to a close here, and I want to just say and echo all the comments that you've been hearing. This has certainly been a year that nobody will ever forget. The end of this past academic year is something that will live in your memories for a long time. It is something that impacted your academic experience. It is something that's going to set you apart from engineers in the future and your peers that are currently already graduated and out there working. You have been able to practice through tough times and find and pivot your way through to get to this point for graduation. I want to let you know that on behalf of all of the faculty and staff, we are so incredibly proud of you and how you persevered through the tough time. And you proved that Huskies do never quit at all. And more so, engineers never quit. And you should be equally proud of yourself as we are of you. We know, and I know, we all know, that you are destined to rise above the challenges that we currently see and deliver to the world the knowledge and skills that you gained at NIU in a very impactful and influential way. We sincerely hope you'll stay in touch with us in the coming years to share with us your success. One of the guiding principles that I've embraced, that I hope you embrace going forward, is to understand that engineers, and the primary goal of an engineer in my mind, is to help people in need and to address social problems. This couldn't be more true than today. Engineers need to elevate service to others above their own self-interest. As engineers, we draw upon our knowledge, our values, our skills to help people in need and to address social problems. I encourage you to volunteer some portion of your professional skills in the future with no expectation of significant financial return in order to provide a pathway for the betterment of our society. We are instrumental in the development of our society going forward. I thank you. And what I would like to do now is to play a video of our alma mater. Let me see if I can get this going here. Uh-oh. Hold on a second, I'm having a challenge. My apologies.
forces thousands strong, we sing your fame. Free, steadfast, devoted, true, we will always stand by you. Let our cheers resound for Northern LNIU.
Thank you once again for joining us for the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020 for undergraduates and graduates. We will begin our coin ceremony in about 5 minutes. Please feel free to take a break. This will be the same link that we will use for the coin ceremony. I want to express my sincerest gratitude for President Freeman, Provost Ingram, the Associate Deans Dr. Azad and Taranazadi, and the chairs, Dr. Alam, Kilaparty, Damodaran, and Shamim, for joining us today, as well as a very special thank you for Kimberly Moore for what you have done with the degree that you earned with us and the pathways that you are setting and the opportunities you're creating, not only for yourself, but for others and other engineers. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations. You are now graduates of College of Engineering and Engineering Technology at NIU. Congratulations. We will resume in about 5 minutes. We'll take a quick break. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. Okay, let's begin. Thank you for staying with us for the coin ceremony for the College of Engineering and Engineering Technology. You've heard several folks wish you the best and talk a little bit about what it means to be an engineer. One thing that I always say during the coin ceremony is that the degree that you now hold is, in my mind, the most powerful degree on this planet. The way that you learn, the way that has gotten you to this point to learn how to be a critical thinker, a problem solver, is something that's within you. It's part of your intuition. It's part of the training for engineering and building those skills. It will allow you, and it will serve you well, to be able to open doors for yourself, create opportunities, identify challenges, identify opportunities from those challenges, and propel yourself and pivot yourself, using Kimberly's words, in the directions of where you want to be. I've seen engineers go on to work with medicine, law, business. It is very common for engineers. It's also commonly expected for engineers to understand other people's professions and often be the individuals that are in between those professions and communicating between those professions. I've seen engineers become very successful in these areas. I've seen engineers become proficient in these areas as well without having taken courses or formal training, because of their abilities to be able to go understand the challenges, understand the policies, the ethics, the foundations, the principles, and be able to use them. And I strongly believe that that's because of how an engineer approaches a challenge or a problem and solves it, how they go about their critical thinking, and how they will then act a solution based on the challenge that's before them. That is unlike any other profession out there. We don't find lawyers, we don't find business folks, we don't find physicians and others teaching themselves engineering. They may tinker here and there, they may work with devices and try and teach themselves some programming, but they haven't gone through the levels of education that you have to hold the most powerful degree. If they do, and they are proficient, it's likely they went back to school or they started with a bachelor's and undergraduate in engineering in order to work with that in their later profession as a lawyer, a doctor, and so forth. So I welcome you to now, as you've heard, you are part of us. You'll be part of us forever. We are your alma mater. Be proud of NIU. Remain engaged. It's important that you remain engaged with us. Let us know what you're doing, how it's going, challenges you're having, successes you're having. These are things that are important to us. It helps us understand, too, where we are with our curriculum. We do not want to be stale with our curriculum. We want to connect with our alumni and other engineers out there, asking what are the latest trends in industry, whatever that industry may be, so that we can bring that back to the students and continue that loop or close that loop, so that we can provide a dynamic curriculum that is constantly meeting the needs of modern society. Please remain engaged with us. This is very important to us that you do. An occasional reach out to say hello, visit us, would be great to hear from you. So the first person I'm going to introduce is Mr. Steve Rosbach. We have an alumni society within our college. You are most likely aware of, but maybe you're not, some of you. It is the Engineering and Engineering Technology Alumni Society, or the acronym you may have seen as ETAS, E-T-A-S. Steve Rosbach is the current president of ETAS. Joe, I believe you were a past president. Joe Senior is with us. He was a past president of ETAS. This coin ceremony and the challenge coin itself is a ritual in regards, and it's a great ritual in regards to celebrating you as alumni, part of our family and part of the engineering family as you go forward. And the recognition that the coin provides you and the significance of the coin has been started and practiced within ETAS and with our alumni and our college for a number of years now. I won't say any more because I'm sure they're going to give you a big introduction as to the meaning of the coin itself. So I'm going to turn it over at this time to Steve Rosbach, who will introduce ETAS as well as the coin. And I believe he will also be making introductions to others, including Joe Senior. So Steve, you have the floor.
Thanks, Dean Peterson. First thing, I want to congratulate all the new graduates. Your accomplishment is extremely noteworthy and awesome. And I just wanted to make certain that you knew that many of us who have graduated from NIU, as Kimberly pointed out before, have brought to many different environments, different engineering disciplines, a lot of experience that came from our skills and development at NIU. And we hope that you will be continuing to do the same. Briefly about myself, I graduated in '89 from electrical engineering and at College of Engineering Technology. I've worked for Motorola for many years. In fact, I just was mentioning to Kimberly that yes, I worked there while she was talking about how the layoffs and the changes in Motorola happened over the last 25 years. Recently, I've been working in autonomous driving. So that's been a new career for me, and I currently hold a senior engineering manager position working on map making for automated driving. The Engineering Technology Alumni Society, as was mentioned, was formed in the mid-90s, basically by a group of alumni, such as myself and Joe, who just felt like we wanted to create an active alumni society within the college, which is somewhat unusual. There's certainly active alumni associations in universities across the nation, but having a college level one that actually engages is something that's a little bit unique. And as a result, we started this in the mid-90s, created a charter with a mission to engage the college, engage the faculty, engage the students, and engage alumni as a way to encourage continual communication flow, as well as opportunities for networking, as well as opportunities to help and assist. And so through the years, there's been a lot of changes in the organization. And we've been able to successfully start a scholarship fund that we have been able to provide to students. Satya Abalish Shintala is on the call with us. He actually headed that up this year as our committee chair. We have, as many of you know, we do senior design judging, and we have done an award for that since back in the late 90s that we started it. And we also have sponsored and assisted in homecoming as well as the job fairs in the past. And we're going to be doing more again with the job fairs going forward. ETAS is governed by 12 board members that are elected 4 per year. And we certainly have opportunities not to just be board members, but we have opportunities to be involved in the scholarship committee, involved in senior design judging, as well as other activities that we do through at the college. So one of the things I want to share with you is we do have a brochure, and each of you will be getting a copy of this in the mail after today. It talks a little bit about ETAS, and we have what we call the ETAS challenge. And obviously, it's a challenge to each of you to go out and utilize the skills and knowledge that you've been gaining at NIU to be exceptional in your fields and to achieve things for the better human existence. So you're part of the elite. We hope that you're going to be proud of your diploma and that you'll encourage other alumni to network with them, to get them engaged, to bring them back into helping other students as yourself and to give back. Certainly, we don't expect everybody to maybe do that in the first year, but throughout your career, you'll find points in time where you may find that you would love to get more involved again. At any time, you can get involved. We have had a number of people in the last year reach out at different points in their career. Some that just graduated within the last year or two, and some that have been 35 years. And certainly we need a mix of all of that as part of the Engineering Alumni Society. We do have a coin that we're going to also be sending you, and for more of that, we'll talk a little bit about that when Joe comes on. Other things, like I said, I mentioned that we do have a homecoming reception. We do it in conjunction with the college and the university, so we're always there. Obviously, this year may be a challenge, and we'll see what happens. We haven't seen that. I don't think we've seen it canceled yet, but it will potentially happen. But hopefully next year. And as we mentioned, you can even get involved as you get involved in industry with your companies. You may find opportunities to help bring back a design project, and that would be an incredible opportunity for both you your company as well as students at NIU. So with that, I will turn it over to Joe Center. Oh, wait, one other plug, sorry. To stay active and engaged, I wanted to let you know that we do have a Northern Illinois University Society, University Engineering Technology Alumni Society page in LinkedIn. You can find it through the websites on through the NIU CET and then to the ETAS alumni website. You'll also see it in the brochure that you'll get in the mail. We'd love to have you join. We have, as you see, over 1,000 members, 1,200 members. And we do have posts regularly about what's going on in the college, requests for help. We pushed this out earlier for senior design projects and asked for help from there. So just want to make certain you're aware of that as one way to stay connected. And with that, I want to introduce Joe Center, who is obviously an alum of our college. He spent a lot of his time in his life helping others in many ways. And he became president of the Engineering Technology Alumni Society and has gone on to get more involved in the NIU Alumni Association and is currently now the president for the NIU Alumni Association. So with that, Joe, turn it over to you.
I just want to inform the participants that if you look in the chat, I apologize for interrupting here. If you look in the chat, the brochure for the coin challenge is there, the file, as well as a link to the LinkedIn for ETAS. Sorry, Joe. I wanted people to know where those are residing right now for this.
Not a problem at all, Don. And thanks, Steve, for the lead-in, the great lead-in. I'm going to spend some time here and talk about our challenge coin. So to all the vets in the crowd, veterans in the crowd, this isn't going to be a big surprise because it's actually been involved with the U.S. military for quite some time. I know one of the ETAS board members, Mike Hudek, is on, and Mike's actually got a challenge coin from his time in the military as well. My first challenge coin, as it turns out, is over here on the bookcase. It was presented to me by my C team commander a long time ago. I keep it in a special case just because, well, actually, he retired as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, so he was kind of a special guy and a good mentor for me when it comes to ethical behavior. But so here's a look, let's see how close I can get, of the NIU. This is my coin. The coin that you're going to receive has got a different design to it. It tends to evolve over time, but this is what a challenge coin looks like. And in recent memory, the challenge coin was brought back to the fore by the Hat in the Ring Squadron. And for those of you who are not a student, certainly you're not old enough to remember, a student of World War I, the Hat in the Ring Squadron was Eddie Rickenbacker's squadron. And they served in the war in Europe before the Americans were actually active participants, thus Hat in the Ring. And Colonel Rickenbacker's executive officer came from a wealthy family. And what he did is he had special coins minted to present to other members of the squadron. And they're called commander's coin. I'm going to clear the space here so I don't trash a keyboard. They're called the commander's coin as well as the challenge coin. They are never handed to you. They are always passed in a handshake. And so I apologize that we're not going to be able to do that at this particular juncture because of COVID-19. But oftentimes when you receive these, certainly when I received mine, and maybe Mike would affirm this, you don't know it's coming. The commander has you up on stage for something else and reaches out and shakes your hand, and lo and behold, this is pretty big, right? So it's a hefty weight. And the challenge is, first off, challenge to the unit, welcome to the unit, or thank you for a job well done. But the other challenge is you walk into an establishment and you want to challenge the members of your unit in the establishment. And so what you do is you throw down and throw it all around the room. You throw down, and everybody who's in the establishment who should have their coin needs to produce it. And if they don't, they buy you a beverage of your choice. However, if you throw down the challenge and everybody there produces the coin, you're on the hook for beverages of their choice. but it's a way to recognize members of your unit, members who have participated, members who have been recognized by the same commander. I have a number of coins from a commander from a number of years ago that I worked with. But it's a recognition of all the effort, of all the work, of the great possibilities of your unit. And it's a recognition that you are now a member of that unit, that esteemed unit that has received the commander's coin or the challenge coin. So our challenge to you is, you're now a member of the alumni. Welcome to the alumni. But now it's our turn as alumni to give back. And this is the pitch that I give to our own board of the NIU Alumni Association. We exist in between the new graduate who doesn't have two sous to rub together and the experienced or more senior alumnus who has time and treasure to give back. And the Alumni Association exists in the middle to provide services and networks for our alumni in between. So take our challenge, give back to the college, give back to the university. The dean's already asked for that. I would ask for that as well. And welcome to the alumni. Now I got to figure out where the coin went.
Thank you, Joe. I just wanted to remind everybody that we do plan for those that provide their information. We will be sending out the challenge coins and brochures to each of you at a little bit later date as we are able to pull everything together with this challenge of being separated.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Joe. Thank you to the graduates. Thank you for persevering through this difficult time. I know, as I said earlier, you're going to be some of the best engineers that we've ever graduated because of your perseverance through this. My challenge, as I mentioned earlier to you, is to look to see how you can use your skills to help people in need and to advance our society. Please remain engaged. Don't ever hesitate to reach out to us, to connect with us, tell us how you're doing, visit with us, get involved with ETAS, get involved with the college. We invite you. Please do. Yes, and I don't know if Sandy would like to say a few words regarding how, if you haven't done so already, how you would be able to reach out to us to get, we need your information essentially in order to get the coin to you. I believe there's a link, and Sandy, and if you want to provide more information for those that are on right now that may not have caught where they need to put their info in order for us to be able to ship a coin to them.
We collected your home address and email when you RSVP'd. So anyone, for some reason, if you didn't RSVP through the link, I will post it. Actually, I'm just going to post an email address. So just send it to us in the email address that's in the chat.
Okay. And for the many people that are on now, we still have well over 100, which is good. If you look at the chat or the show conversation button that's on the ribbon on the bottom of your screen for Teams, you would be able to click on that and see both the link for ETAS, for the LinkedIn and the brochure, as well as Sandy's email that she's providing for you to provide us with information in order to receive the challenge coin. Again, Steve, Joe, Sandy, any last minute parting words after today's ceremony?
Welcome to the alumni.
Welcome to the alumni. As I mentioned earlier,
we had like 15 people just hit us with joining the LinkedIn group. Woo, that's great. It's awesome to have everybody joining.
Yes, and welcome. As I said earlier, being an engineer in my mind is a solemn right, and we have a role to play within society. This coin represents, again, the pride of your achievements and also represents the potential of your future. So thank you again. Congratulations to all the graduates for the bachelor's and master's programs. We look forward to remaining engaged with you as time goes on. Congratulations again, and thank you, and enjoy your weekend. Bye, everybody.
Thanks very much.